Hi, it is Monday, July the 1st. Oh my gosh, half of our year is over. So I hope what you've been experiencing so far in 2019 has been fun and fabulous. And, sometimes things are challenging. And if we would just take those challenging things and find the gift within them, because everything we draw to ourselves is to show us something, okay? And if not, let's just move forward and let's create the second half the way we want it. All right, so I've got my spiritual spice cards, and we're going to see what we want to focus on for the coming week. And this one, overcoming challenges. And I love that. If you see the guy climbing up into the sunshine. Okay, so let's see where that is in the book. And we will go to the table of contents, overcoming challenges, page 68. And let's see what my eyes fall on. Worry is nothing more than an excuse to stop you from doing what it is your true self, your connected self, is telling you it's time to act on. Okay, I'm going to read that one more time. I just read it one more time. Okay, so worry is nothing more than an excuse to stop you from doing what it is your true self, your connected self, is telling you it's time to act on. So here's what we do in this world. We create our own challenges, right? And you might think that that's kind of a bold statement, and it really is. But if you will only start looking at the fact that there is nothing and no one in this world or outside of this world that is trying to challenge you, make life hard on you, because in reality, we're all connected. We're all connected to the same divine source energy, okay? So if we would learn how to operate on the understanding of how the universe operates and how we merely need to tap in to the flow of that energy, then we wouldn't be creating challenges for ourselves. Sometimes, well, there's two sides to this coin I kind of want to talk about. One is that a challenge is really just a matter of perception anyway, right? Just like right or wrong, we're the ones who put that caveat on it, okay? And then the other part of this is that sometimes we don't pay attention unless we create a challenge for ourselves. And what I mean by that is like when things are, like chugging along and life is great and everything's breezy and easy and it's really wonderful, there's a part of us that gets bored and says, okay, let me screw this up a little bit so that I can learn something else new. Because we do get bored. Remember, our soul came here to grow and expand and have new experiences. And I think on the highest level that we do these wanting to basically remember our connection to our creator while we're doing this. And there's a part of us that doesn't believe that we are still connected to God, that we thinks that we're separated and alone and just miserable, and it's all about me, and the world is full of lack, and if you get, I can't get, and it's the universe is limited and all this. And that's just not true. Now, if you believe that, then you are going to operate from that point of view, okay? So what happens then when you start worrying, you create challenges for yourself because you start looking at worry depends on futuristic events, right? You can't really worry about the past because it's already over and done with, right? And we talked recently about living in the now and why it's so empowering for us to live in the now. But when we're worried about things, we create challenges because we set up roadblocks that don't necessarily exist. They only exist in our mind, right? So let's say you've decided your soul is calling to you, and you've always wanted to, I don't know, have your own jewelry business. You're a jewelry maker and you've always wanted to just branch out, put up your online store, do your beautiful creations, share them with the world, and make a living doing that because you love it, right? So what happens then, you basically create a challenge for yourself by worrying about, okay, so how am I going to put together a website? How am I going to take pictures of these things? How am I going to keep it current? How am I, you see, everything's about how am I going to? And you don't really have to. And the most amazing thing is when you own it and you step into it, then it just flows and it happens. And what you need shows up when you need it and as you need it. And that comes from trust. You know, one of the hardest things we have as human beings is being able to trust, because we think we're in control. We're not in control anyway. So, you know, you might as well enjoy the journey, but we don't believe that, right? And I'll tell you something from my personal experience from my own life with the book Spiritual Spice. You know, I had it for a while, and you can watch the video on what happened and how this came to be. But anyway, long story short, I had it laid out. I had it laid out for print. I had people read it and give me testimonials on the back. I had everything except the front cover. And I just couldn't pull it together. I tried different things. I actually reached out to somebody. I uploaded it. They didn't get the upload. And I just got frustrated. I was like, I'm not going to do it, right? So when it was time for it to come into this world, everything was so easy. It was almost effortless. And the effort that you have to put into it is taking action, paying attention to what's showing up and taking action on that. So I did do that, you know, but it was so easy. It was like dominoes falling. Everything I needed in the order that I needed it showed up as I needed it. And my part in the equation was to pay attention and take action on it, right? So what had challenged me so much in the past just disappeared, okay? And you can create that in your life. And you can do that with anything and everything, not just a business. That was just what came to mind, but in your relationships, in where you live, right? And what you do to earn your living, and the people that are showing up in your life, in anything, you know, I don't know why I thought about, do you find joy in playing music? You know, that will show up. And the ways to do it will show up. You just have to relax. You have to start living from your heart space. And then you have to allow the universe to show you the way. And you have to pay attention and you have to take action on it. Okay? So if you're challenged in any way with what you're dealing with energetically right now, please get in touch with me through my website. I love doing one of my favorite things that I do. I do different sessions, and like I do, you know, intuitive business consulting, those type of things. But I love looking at someone's soul history, and what it does is it shows us what you're working with energetically in this moment. And when you know that, then you know, hands down, what you're supposed to pay attention to. You know, we're all pretty smart cookies. And, you know, I'm sure you know when you know what path to follow, okay, then you know how to do it. But we create these challenges because there's a part of us that's not ready to step into who and what we truly are. And if you're watching this, hey, guess what? You're ready. So anyway, get in touch with me through my website, SharonHess.com. If you like my videos and if you learned something from this, subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. And so for the coming week, I want you to think about overcoming challenges. Okay, and you might want to stop when you see a challenge in front of you, and you might want to stop for a moment and say, okay, what am I worrying about? What is it that I'm not allowing from the big, beautiful, wonderful soul that I truly am? All right, go out and have a fabulous life just because you can.